Hello fellow Guardians, Josh here. I meant to make this video last week, but I got bogged down with some other things, so here we are. I'm going to talk about the Rise of Iron leak. If for some reason you don't know what I'm talking about, a user on Reddit who claims to have contacts in the industry posted the following picture online. You can look at it, it's right here on the screen. It was quickly removed, but of course it spread immediately. The image shows Lord Saladin holding a flaming axe or a hammer, standing somewhere in the Cosmodrome with a bunch of wolves. The user claimed that this was promotional artwork for the next Destiny expansion titled Rise of Iron. He claimed that the expansion would be revealed at Destiny 3, and that it would come out in the fall, focus on the Fallen, come with a new Earth raid, and be bigger than the Dark Below and House of Wolves combined. So we're looking at a Taken King size expansion. Personally, I think this art looks pretty real. It's highly detailed, there's a lot of small details inside of it, like the Cosmodrome logo. The art style closely resembles other promotional art we've seen for the game already. So, is Rise of Iron real? I'd say yes, absolutely. It looks pretty freaking real. And honestly, I'm really excited about this. At first, when I figured out that it's probably not going to be Cabal themed, I got a little upset because I've been wanting a Cabal raid and I want more focus on Mars and stuff. And of course, at the end of the Taken King, in one of the Grimoire cards, we find out that the Cabal did send out a distress beacon, and it was received, so we imagined that the next expansion would be the Cabal fleets coming to exact their revenge. And when I first saw the artwork and I saw, you know, the big hole in the wall and Saladin standing there, I thought, oh, maybe it's the walls of the city. Like, the Cabal have come, they came to Earth, and they breached the walls of the city. And then Saladin and the Iron Banner are holding the front or something. And, like, my initial theory was like, oh, we're going to be fighting in, like, a new area on Earth where, you know, we'll be on the outskirts of the city, like, sort of on the front lines defending it from this Cabal invasion, and we'll be with Lord Saladin, and I don't know why there's wolves, but the wolves will be there. But then, again, after I thought about it a little more and I saw, you know, dug into the lore a bit, the Iron Banner was a lot associated with the Fallen. The Fallen were breaching the city, and of course, the keen-eyed lore people looked through the image with a close eye and microscopes, and they also found that aeronautics space Russian logo, which is all over the Cosmodrome. So everyone's thinking this is just going to be in the Cosmodrome, and it's going to be Fallen related. Some were saying it might be related to the House of Kings or something. So this could be really exciting. I mean, at first I was a little bummed out because I was like, man, I want Cabal. But then I thought about it, and we actually don't have a Fallen raid. There's no Earth raid. We have 2 Hive raids and 1 Vex raid, which kind of sucks. I mean, I'm getting a little tired of the Hive, personally. I mean, they're cool, and they're a cool race, and the Book of Sorrows is cool and all, but I'm tired of looking at them, and I'm tired of looking like my armor looks like a, you know, a bug person. I don't want to look at it anymore. I want Fallen stuff, okay? I want Cabal stuff. I was mainly excited about the Cabal stuff because it'd be like some Roman centurion-looking armor. That would be super cool, you know, but either way, you know, I think this is going to be cool if it is real. I had seen some people, especially on, like, the Planet Destiny podcast, talking about how they think this is probably going to be or it might be, in some sense, a summer DLC or an update or something, and I think that maybe that's kind of wishful thinking. I mean, just based on how infrequently we've gotten content over this last year, I honestly don't think that this content is going to be... I don't think it's going to be, you know, the summer expansion that people are thinking it's going to be. I think this is the Taken King-esque expansion that we're getting this fall. We're getting it in September, probably September 20th. If that Grimoire card that we got is to be believed. Would I like this to be a summer expansion? Hell yeah, I would. That would be awesome. And then we get another expansion in the fall. That'd be freaking awesome. But is that going to happen? Probably not. I'm trying to tamper my expectations a little bit. And, you know, I feel like we'll probably get this expansion. We'll probably get another big update or something next spring. Or maybe a smaller expansion next spring. And then next fall, not this coming fall, but fall 2017, we'll probably see Destiny 2, whatever that's going to look like. So, Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. This is interesting times, and of course E3 is only 2 or 3 weeks away, so we don't actually have to wait that long for details. But my one request, if I had one request from this expansion, you know, they fixed a lot of things in the April update that I think were good. We added a lot of variety back to the game, and I don't want to see that variety go away, because when we were in the midst of Taken King, like in the middle of February or March, it was getting really boring, because we were at this point where the only way you could progress was to raid King's Fall, and after you've raided King's Fall like 20 times and you still haven't gotten a helmet off Oryx or something, you're just getting really sick of it. And then it was like, oh, you can go to the lighthouse, but you're probably not going to get 320 gear from the lighthouse, you know? So then at some point you're just like, well then what's the frickin' point? I'm like grinding for nothing. Whereas when they come out with the April update, it's like, oh, you can get to 320 by playing the lighthouse. You can grind strikes to get to 320. You can do nightfall. Well, maybe not nightfalls. But you can, you know, you get what I'm saying. You can raid. You can do all these things, and no matter what, you're going to get to 320. And we fixed the rep packages and made packages like way more exciting to open. And all I want is, I want all the stuff that we're doing now to get bumped up to whatever the Rise of Iron content level is. And I want the Rise of Iron content to be, you know, relevant. I just want everything to be relevant again. So if anything, I want Rise of Iron to bring back Crota, bring back Vault, bump up King's Fall, and whatever this new raid is, you know, keep that to whatever difficulty level it's going to be. Just keep the variety in the game, because I'm having so much fun playing the game again, because I can do whatever I want. If I feel like, you know, farming Rumble matches, I know that I'm going to get like a lot of rep, and I'm going to get cool stuff and get packages out of that are going to give me lots of cool stuff. If I don't feel like doing that anymore, I can run strikes. If I don't feel like doing that anymore, I can go raid or do challenge. Like, the amount of variety that I can do in the game is freaking awesome right now, and I don't want them to sacrifice that when the new DLC comes out, because I don't think the game's ever been this good before, or this fun to play, and I'm still playing it months out of Taken King, you know. So, I mean, that's my one request. I know all these people are like, what if we get new supers? What if we get new classes? I'm like, no, let's not even think about that. Let's temper our expectations. If anything, I mean, if you just give me a couple new strikes, a new raid, and like a storyline with some new multiplayer maps, I mean, that's probably what it's going to end up being. I'm totally cool with that. All I ask is you bump everything else up so that we have that variety of gameplay that we all love. You know, that's all I want, honestly. If you do that, Bungie, I mean, you got me. You got my money. You got everything. So, just let's keep it at that. And honestly, there's not much else to say about Rise of Iron, because we don't know much else. All we know is this image, and everything I've basically said is everything we've sort of garnered from this image and from the Kotaku leaks and all that stuff. So, anyway, what do you guys think? What do you want in Rise of Iron? Please let me know in the comments. And I will talk to you all later. Goodbye, and I love you.